This is Knight Ministries. I am your host, Jeremy Knight. Don't forget to like the video and enjoy the show. Okay. Hello. This is going to be a spin-off episode from my series, Why I Left Young Earth Creationism. And in this episode, we are going to talk about why I no longer understand why billions of years is a problem for the Bible. I no longer see that as a problem for Christianity being true. And I think if young earth creationists were honest with themselves, they would realize that the whole billions of years thing really is not a hurdle for Christianity being true at all. It really just isn't. And talking from experience here, I honestly do think that if a young earth creationist was to accept the evidence for the earth being billions of years old, which it is, they would probably stay a Christian, because, well, I did. I accepted the evidence and I'm still a Christian, so I honestly do think that if most young earth creationists were to critically examine the evidence, they would probably remain Christian too. Okay? Okay, there was a little bit I wanted to say about the whole age of the universe being, 13.8 billion? I don't really see that as a problem either, because, well, that's just what the evidence says. And you know how I feel about the evidence, because, well, I accept mainstream science. So if mainstream science says the universe is 13.8 billion years old, well, then it is 13.8 billion years old. I don't really see that as a problem. So, yeah. Any other way of looking at this would basically make God into a magician, which he isn't. He isn't a magician. He isn't a wizard. He's God. And yeah, we should treat him as such. We shouldn't treat him as a wizard or a magician or a genie, because he isn't those type of things. He's God. We should treat him as God. And young earth just makes him seem like he's using magic, really, which God doesn't do. God doesn't use magic. So yeah, it just makes more sense to accept reality as it is. And the reality of the matter is the universe is 13.8 billion years old, which is a fact. So I accept that fact. Okay? Yeah, that makes sense. Like I was saying, I don't see the whole 4.5 billion years age of the Earth as a problem for Christianity being true anymore. I see that as fitting perfectly fine within a Christian worldview, now that I've left young earth creationism. And remember, I haven't been a young earth creationist since I was in college. I've been an old earth creationist for longer than I was a young earth creationist, which is kind of funny when you think about it. What is it, 11 going on 12 years now that I've been an old earth creationist? But that's beside the point. The point is, I think the reason that AIG sees the whole billions of years fact as a problem is because of the whole death before the fall of man thing, which I don't see as a problem, because the Bible isn't really referring to death in a general sense. It's referring to death in a spiritual sense. The only type of general death that you could even assume that it would be referring to would be the death of humans, because that wasn't really a thing before the fall of man. So, yeah. Human death did come into existence because of the fall of man, but other than that, animal death was perfectly fine. And it was actually kind of a good thing when you think about it, because it provides a good population control. So anyways, the whole billions of years thing doesn't really make much sense as being a problem for Christianity, because, well, it isn't. It isn't a problem. And I honestly do think that if young earth creationists were honest with themselves and were to accept the reality that the earth is indeed billions of years old, they would see that it fits fine inside of the truth of Christianity. Because, well, it does. I knew this spin-off episode was going to be short, but wasn't expecting it to be this short. Sounds fine to me. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and ring the bell. And follow me on Twitter and join my Discord. This is Jeremy Knight, and I just wanted to say, see you next time.